Welcome to Step 53, Income Stream 2, Income from Profit. So quite simply, profit is the amount of money you made during a certain time period, and it comes in minus your total amount of expenses. So sure, you might have already known that, but I don't think people adequately explain what it's like to own your own company. People often dream of having their own company, own a restaurant, business, whatever. But being an entrepreneur requires a lot of hard work, and it can take a substantial amount of time before a company starts making a profit. It requires learning new skills, wearing many hats, a considerable amount of risk, and a lot of perseverance. The life of an entrepreneur is not as rosy as it might seem, and therefore profit income is not as straightforward as it might seem. You see, some people like to claim that being a business owner graduates you out of being in the 9-to-5 employee existence. But if you are your company, if without you the company would die, or at least not do as well, well, you've just traded one job for another. And this one you don't get any time off from. If you don't show up for this job, you don't get paid, and the company suffers. So if you're considering owning a business, the first thing I want to impress upon you is that you need to transition from running the business to owning the business. The second thing I need to impress upon you is that you need to productize your business so that it is scalable and sellable. To this end, I highly recommend Built to Sell, Creating a Business That Can Thrive Without You by John Warrillow, as it sets up the difference between a business that is highly dependent on you versus a business that really productizes itself and can scale and is not dependent on you outside of your role as the business owner. Last, I want to impress upon you that you really need to think through starting a business and that it's not as easy or as straightforward as some people make it out to be. Sure, there's an allure of owning a business and having people work for you. And you could really think about it in the same way we talked about earning income through rental properties. You have someone earning you money, and you just might need to step in every now and then to make sure that they're on track. But to get to that place, there's so much involved. A lot of it is having the right idea. A lot of it is working hard. And there's an element of luck to it as well. So if I haven't talked you down from owning a business, that's good because it still is a very rewarding experience if you can make it work. There's nothing quite like the sense of pride you get when you have a successful business that is profitable, that is beneficial to people, and people really relate to your brand. But to get there, it requires a lot of hard work, sleepless nights, and dedication to a dream. And if you're already pursuing financial independence, it might be too much to ask that you also pursue a dream of running a business. Wait until you're a little bit more stable until you consider doing something like this. But in the meantime, you can get your feet wet by starting a side hustle, a small business that has no aspirations other than some sales here and there. And this is where you can flex some of your talents if you have some. For example, if you like crafting or you have creative skills, you could sell artwork on Etsy. You could think about selling your services online through Fiverr or 99 Designs. You could tutor. You could build courses like me, you could watch dogs on Rover, or you could spend your time learning a new skill like coding that will really pay off if you can make it work, and really just find a way to spend an hour a day teaching yourself a skill or building something. And don't quite worry about how much money it's going to make you, but rather where you can see yourself going with this. Ideally, it would be great to see you turn your side hustle into your primary income stream, but make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and with a clear conscience that it's going to be harder than you expect. But if you can pull it off, it's definitely something to be proud of.